And we are officially live with the first Zcast.
Hold up. Oh my logo just
my
took over my screen.
Oh,
Holy.
I gotta wait. How are your meatballs? I'm gonna let Flamer start this one off since him and Revived Gamer HD used to do the Zcast, and now I'm taking over for Revived, and it's my Flamer and my podcast. So I'm gonna let Flamer start it off for today, and I don't know, we'll figure out what we're gonna do in the future. But for today, we're gonna let Flamer start it off if he has taken care of what he has taken care of.
I think so. Let me just listen to the audio real quick. Yeah, I think everything is great there. All right. Let me just put the camera here because I'm gonna be looking this way, so it's a little bit finicky, but
like I said, first podcast, we're running into a couple of issues.
Exactly.
But it's okay.
It's it's strange being back. Let me just say that. Strange looking into a webcam and everything again because
We gotta get Flamer a ring light.
yeah, I know. So badly. Wait, actually, wait. Hold up. I got a cow lamp.
Zcast unedited. There we go. There we go.
Cow lamp for the win.
Nice. There we go.
All right. It's a bit scuffed. I know that, but welcome everybody back to the Zcast. It is actually back, and I don't know how to feel. Honestly, it's been a while. Stuff happened in between. I had my college, of course, that I had to do.
Same.
Yeah, school has been a mess, honestly. And we had some technical issues, of course, with our co-host and our guests. So we just took a little bit of a break, and me and Joe decided to revamp it and reboot it. So right now, when the community needs us most, Zcast is back, baby. So welcome everybody.
Okay. So I just want to say it real quick. Same deal with me for, I mean, any of my content or anything. Same deal as Flamer. School. I do this as work, or at least I'm trying to, but I treat it as that. And now that school's over for me, I'm all good to go. I have all the time in the world, and I'm really gonna try to dedicate myself. And one thing that I always kind of wanted to do but didn't want to do because it was oversaturated was do a podcast. But there's no other better thing to do a podcast on than the thing that you're passionate about and create content on than zombies. And there was an opening with Flamer, and I'm very excited to say that we're now co-host of the Zcast podcast. And it may not look that great right now, like, let's be honest, but give us a little time.
We need to,
as we're loading up over the next year through zombies, we're gonna have ourselves a great time, and we're gonna get our crap together, and we're gonna have fun. We just wanted to get something out there to start.
Exactly. And I'm just gonna say this: Zcast is gonna be a weekly podcast returning. It's not gonna be a once in a month event anymore. It's gonna be every week. Hopefully, there might be some stuff in between. We of course have C4C coming up. We're gonna be talking about that a bit as well. But Joe has to practice. We have to work on some stuff, and I might have to open up the cinema or not. You never know. But the plan right now is to start every single Monday at 8 p.m. CETS and 2 p.m. EST. Was a little bit of a mix-up today with the 12 p.m. Tweet that I retweeted, but it was just at work, so I just retweeted it. My camera is a bit glitchy. I don't know why it's doing that, so never mind that.
We'll get, like I said, we'll get all those issues sorted out within time. But I think before we jump in, just want to say, well, I said the first thing, hello and all that crap. We're good now. We know everyone knows who we are. I'm JOEMET123. That's Flamer. We're live on our own channel, so we should know who we are. That's that. Now, the second thing is, it's Memorial Day. If you're in America, happy Memorial Day. Very important holiday to me personally. I don't have anybody in my family I don't believe directly who served, but it's a day of remembrance for those who did die serving our country, at least if you're in America. So I have utmost gratitude towards people who have served. I really do appreciate it, especially in a world where a lot of people tend to be a little bitchy and underappreciate what they have. I'm grateful, but that's not zombies related. Just want to throw that out there. I think we are ready to get into our first topic of the day, which is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which was announced how long ago?
It's been announced, like, it's not been officially announced, but we basically know it's coming and that Outbreak is returning.
That's right, yeah.
So I guess it's like 4 weeks ago, I believe, that we had the first glimpses of that Outbreak was coming back in a way. And we're going to be discussing that. And
it was Tom Henderson. So Tom, what's up, Andy? How are your meatballs? Hello, Caleb. How are your meatballs? So it was Tom Henderson. I believe it was Insider Gaming as his news site. Tom Henderson's very reputable, been correct about a lot of stuff in the past. I can't even tell you anything off the top of my head that he hasn't been right about, though I'm sure there's some things. Point is, he doesn't just make some stuff up. It is reported that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies will be, dog, this is still a thing, we're restarting it, RJ, we're restarting it. But anyways, it is reported that Modern Warfare 3 is supposed to be an Outbreak 2.0 style of zombies, To what capacity and who is making it? We have no idea. We don't know if it's Treyarch from 2020. Yeah, exactly what Flamer's saying. It's just like, what the hell? We don't know if it's going to be Treyarch Zombies moved up 1 year to be Sledgehammer's into Sledgehammer's game, because this year Modern Warfare 3 is a Sledgehammer game. We don't know if Sledgehammer's making it all themselves. We don't know if it's going to be Verdansk Zombie. We have no idea what's going on, but we know that it's supposed to be some kind of Outbreak 2.0. And I don't know about you. I may be 22, but I'm not feeling too happy right now about that. And,
this is my reaction right now.
Yep. Kind of an L, but you know what? Hey, at
It
least
is
the hope is
what
that
it is.
Treyarch is not working on it. The main Treyarch team, at least. If it's the Vanguard team, sure. But if it's the main Treyarch team, that's going to be a little unfortunate.
Yes.
And you're seeing Vanguard gameplay right here, at least on my screen. That was made by a separate team over at Treyarch, not the main Zombies team. So, what are your initial thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, other than what you just showed on screen? What are your initial thoughts about MW3 Zombies? Will you even be buying the game on launch, Flamer?
You know, the thing is, right, is that I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, and as you can see, I actually went for the Steelbook this time. I actually bought the Steelbook separate, because I was like, oh yeah, it's Modern Warfare 2, I just gotta try it. And with every COD, I give it a chance. I at least play it a bunch of times, just to see how it goes, and if I don't like it, I don't play it. And for Zombies, even if it's in the way dog, I still give it a chance. I mean, we had this whole series that we're not going to talk about because we're not returning to it, because we know the end basically of Vanguard is where you and me talked about what could be the future for Vanguard. And I was like, yo, give it a chance. And then at the end I was like, yeah, no, this thing is dead in the water right now. It's just no way to return to it. And I hope they learned from it. I hope this was just like a technical test for them to see how the people will react to this type of scenario with zombies. And what I want to see with the next one is that actual Infinity Ward takes it over. Because we know they can do it. We know they can. I mean, look at the Infinite Warfare Zombies. Phenomenal.
Second best Zombies of all time.
Exactly.
Chuck is cringing right now at that statement.
He's just like, bruh.
Yeah, I would love Infinity Ward to make another Zombies. We got a little bit till then, so we'll see. Also, Leader Ross isn't there, and I don't believe a lot. I don't know. The developers all split up from a lot of studios everywhere. So honestly, even though there's said developers making said games, for me, there's a lot of uncertainty, other than the fact that each of the last couple of games have not been that great. But I mean, overall for MW3 Zombies, like Flamer said, probably gonna buy it just to try it out, and because we both create Zombies content. We have nothing, so
we have
gonna
nothing.
talk about what to play in a little bit. That's gonna be a topic, kind of like what you can play, what we can look out for.
Yep.
But as of now, the fact of the matter is, there is no official brand new content for Zombies in the midst of summer, and that's a little sad. Like, you can't tell me that getting Gorod Crovey in the middle of the summer didn't hit different. Even Attack the Radioactive thing in the middle of the summer, no school, nothing really going on. It didn't hit different. It's just so relaxed, nice. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a different feeling, especially when there's a new game. But like I said, we'll talk about what we can play. It's just not going to hit the same, unfortunately. And for that reason, really, no matter what, I'm going to be getting a new COD, trying it out. Do I think they earned my purchase? No. But I'm gonna play it, man. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it could be something salvageable, something similar to Vanguard to some extent. Because although, like Flamer touched on, Vanguard was a dumpster fire, I do sincerely believe that Shinonuma was a fun map. And I think that is one good thing you can take out of Vanguard. Yep. I've been craving Shinonuma lately, actually. It's not that good. It's just, it's a playable map, which is cool.
It's a playable map. It has a good Wonder Waffle to use, an actual good one. And the Easter egg is also pretty cool on it. It is the first actual, like, legit Shinonuma version that has an Easter egg, not counting the COP Mobile one, because that was out of commission for a while and then it returned for some reason.
I think this version is so much fun, man.
Yeah. Like, I have returned to the COP Mobile scene just to see how Zombies has evolved, and I don't know what they did with it. Yeah, they brought it back. They brought it back on COP Mobile.
Dude, they brought that event one time. I watched Greg play it. I was like, this shit's ass. Greg looked like he was just like, done with life. It was one of the worst things they ever brought in. Like with the crystal, remember that event?
Yep.
COD Mobile. Oh.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
They even have like this mode, and that's why I want to touch upon it as well with like COD Mobile and M.3. Is there's this mode on zombies that is kind of like Outbreak, but it's like a battle royale kind of thing where you have to do an undead siege. You have to do like a tower defense kind of game with zombies. It is very interesting. It is fun, I would say, as well. But it's just the same gameplay over and over and over again. Joe?
Yeah, I was talking to chat. Yeah,
Oh.
I agree. I agree. And this is Vanguard Zombies gameplay. See, I think this goes to show you the man in chat. No disrespect to you, I'm not making fun of you at all, but he didn't even know what game this was. So it goes to show you how poorly Vanguard Zombies did. Even though there was one good map, arguably, debatably, most people don't even really know or care about Vanguard. And it goes to show you that we should be sticking to round based, or at least prioritizing round break. Oh god.
I feel
Round
left out
break.
with the cap. I'm gonna put on my cap. Here we go.
Okay. Round based and dude, I love IW Zombies, I agree. And prioritize round based, and then of course bring Outbreak back if you want. I have no problem with that. I think it was pretty solid in Cold War, but just improve on it, and we'll talk about it in certain ways how we can improve on it in a different in a different episode. Shut up, Caleb. I didn't say round break. But there's definitely a lot of ways it can improve. I think that's a good segment maybe for the next episode, Flamer, when they announce it. But yeah. RJ says COD Mobile Zombies on release was gas. It was honestly a lot of fun. I remember playing it over and over again on the little launcher they had on PC.
Yep.
Hopefully at some point we have something new over the next year, which we probably won't, that we can play. Anyways, that has pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, or a little bit of a touch of COD Mobile Zombies. I think you got anything else to add to that?
Yeah. I made a video on this about what the story could be for M.3 Zombies, and what I do think is if they really rush this mode, I think they should return to Verdansk because of all the zombies that were there. And I think a destroyed version of Verdansk would be such a cool way to do Outbreak.
Yeah, I think it's definitely. I would definitely go watch Flamer's video on it. There's definitely a lot of different ways you can possibly connect, and they can bring zombies to Verdansk. That's honestly probably also one of the more likely scenarios, considering development time. Again, we don't know exactly who's making how it's happening. This next Outbreak mode. But it would make sense that they take an old map, repurpose it, and kind of zombify it to some extent, and that would be this year's Zombies. Hopefully it's fun, but that is a very good point. It could be very exciting for that reason. That could be how we get Verdansk back. I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot.
That's okay. Maybe you come up later with it. Do you want to go to the next topic?
Yes, that is the Boii client and the other kind of COD clients being shut down, all with the exception. How fitting on this day to just salute. Yep. The Boii client, I think it was an SM2. And wasn't there one more? Or was that it? I think there was one more. Or it was just X Labs in general.
X Labs in general, yeah, and then SM2. But then also
Boii.
what is happening on the side is that not many people know about, but a great guy in the community, in the speedrun community, Zombie Dog, actually had a cease and desist, apparently, from Activision. And his Discord got shut down.
Well, yeah. Well, the clients that we just talked about definitely got shut down 100% because of a cease and desist. That's what we can say for sure. I don't think Zombie Dog actually said that it was Activision. I think he said he thinks it's Activision. A cease and desist would mean that he's threatened and would have to shut it down himself. His server just overnight disappeared. And Zombie Dog, who runs a lot of high rounds, great guy. He had a lot of resources in there for the community, and myself, even I'd go in there. I would not download these things, but there may or may not have been mod menus to get, millions of Nebulian Plasma and Liquid Divinium for Black Ops 3 and 4 respectively. There was a lot of good things in there, but there was probably one thing that wasn't allowed to be in there, and somebody reported it like an ass, and it got taken down. So the point is, Activision, even it may have been Discord actually who took a server down. Point is though, Activision is rampaging through their community right now and making sure that all of the current games out right now are to some extent unplayable. And what do we mean by that? Basically, they want people buying the new Call of Duties. They don't want people to be enjoying the older experiences as much, even though of course they were initially intended, right? Of course, initially intended to be fun and engaging and maybe even last a year or two, but they don't want that anymore. It seems, at least. They went ahead. They issued a cease and desist on XLabs, Boii, and all these different clients. They don't want people going back and playing the games in either a better state or, I mean, even any state, because they think some of the servers were messed up. People would fix the servers, people would fix the games, people would fix the FPS issues. Anything and everything wrong with the older games, BO3 and Modern Warfares in the past, we had great people from the community go back and fix these games and or add to them. And Activision shut that down, which again just says to me that they want nothing but for us to not enjoy the older games and or for us to only buy the newer games. Forget about the old. It's done with now. Buy the newer games. We make great products. And then they go along and release Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, arguably the two worst Call of Duties in succession of all time as a duo. Flamer, what are your thoughts on all of this being shut down? Because I very clearly am not happy because Boii made me smile like a maniac. And now it's gone.
I mean,
what do you think, Flamer, about
this might be a bit of a spoiler for the next video, but we did a video on the Boii client for our Pack-a-Punch series. And you hear in that video recording, you hear from both of us that we're just enjoying ourselves, that it's so smooth, that you're feeling that it's actually a great game to play.
Yep.
Like you're actually playing on PC, you can hold those frames. And that's beforehand. I could only run it on middle, and now I could run it on high with motion blur. And
double FPS still.
Double FPS indeed as well. And
which is a Steam issue, by the way. It's not COD's fault, but come on. God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. But it is a sad thing that everything like this is happening as well for like the community itself, and the community made events like C4C basically almost being dependent on Boii and Plutonium, because right now we are in the middle ground of a crisis, and that is, will Plutonium be shut down or not? And that's a huge one, because Plutonium made it for sure that you're able to play World at War, which is not being able to be played online anymore on World at War. Like, if you go on Steam right now, you buy World at War, you go on it. I've been there. Joe was with me when we tried to record. I could not make an account because it just sent me back to the main menu every single time. And with the help of Plutonium, I was able to play with Joe. And we're gonna be losing those kinds of things. And they're still gonna be selling it. Which is
Joe may or may not remember that. Okay.
Which is crazy to think about, is that they're basically taking away our money, but also taking away our probability of playing online. And that's where I come in with the next part, is that Activision is rigorously trying to take down these servers because they want to wipe the servers, is what I'm feeling. Because holding out those servers is costing them money.
Yeah, and something I had brought up in one of my videos about this was, do you want people, I mean, you obviously want people on your new games no matter what, and you can go about it the scummy way, or you can go about it, you know, the way everyone would want and appreciate, right? If Black Ops 3 is out for 10 years or 8 years, whatever it is, and Cold War is even out, whatever, I'm playing Black Ops 3 and Cold War over and over and over again, and all of a sudden, holy shit, let's say next year in 2024, holy crap, this new Zombies game looks amazing. And I buy the game. It's a Treyarch Zombies game, and I love it. It's fantastic. I can promise you, although I love Black Ops 3, it's my favorite Zombies of all time. It's the best Zombies of all time, in my opinion. I will not look at Black Ops 3 really much anymore. Point being, if you make a great product and release a great product that the individual and the community loves, which I'm sorry, I doubt the developers even making this, no disrespect to them, even enjoy some of these products they put out. Again, no disrespect to them. I know that's hard to say when you're saying something like that, but I think that they're pressured by Activision and certain things, but we won't get into that. I just don't understand what they're going for here. If you want people to go to the new CODs, release a great new product, allow the developers the time to make a great new product, a fresh product, new maps, new weapons, all of that. And people will go over to play this new Call of Duty, and you will make tons of money. You'll break microtransaction records and all this bullcrap that you want to do. But if the game's garbage, it's eventually going to catch up to you, like Vanguard or Modern Warfare 2. MW3, I got news for you. It's probably not going to be that great either. It's supposed to essentially be the DLC, the multiplayer-wise. It's supposed to be the DLC for this year's COD, MW2. They literally took the DLC and pushed it to a new COD because MW2 flopped so badly they needed more sales. And so what does that mean? They're just setting it up again for another failure. And again, people are going to blame the developers. You shouldn't really blame the devs. My point is, it's just a big cycle of disaster and disgracefulness that needs to be broken. If you finally next year Treyarch releases a great Call of Duty, high quality Call of Duty Flamer, what's going to happen? Are you going to play it?
If they release a good one, yes, I will play every single day. I will legit play every single day. I will buy it. I will be one of the first people probably that will be like, okay, I finally have money. I will buy that collector's edition if it's a good one. I mean, I can even show it right there. Right there. I have the mystery box.
Yeah, I got mine up here.
Yeah, exactly. And I like it. I like it. It's a good
If the game's good, to some extent, people will buy and invest into the game in any capacity, even merchandise. See this? I sold this piece of shit. I want to burn it, but I'm not yet. But
coming after that, right? How much did you sell that Vanguard's Zombies cap? Like, how much as amount in comparison to the Cold War one you had?
I think only 3 people bought the Vanguard Zombies hat.
And how many did the Cold War?
About 15. So
see, there you also have it. If your game is dog, you will go down. If it's great, you will go up. I wouldn't say that Cold War is the best COD Zombies out there, but it is fun at least.
And I think exactly. And the problem is now, what I'm saying about the cycle is they're doing the cycle of they're trying to get rid of the old games as much as possible. Obviously, it's hard to get rid of a BO3 type of game, right? Because it's kind of like the middle ground where it's better than BO2 graphically wise and still runs really good, but it's still older content, and we're getting a little bit bored of it now. But it's still relatively new. I don't know how to explain that, but BO3 could last for a while. But, you know, eventually at some point, people are going to just stop playing BO3 and the older games altogether, right? They're going to it's going to be enough. And if the newer games continue to release like this, people aren't going to want to play the newer games either. So you shutting down SM2, X-Labs, Boii is not only getting rid of that community, which you want, but then you're releasing bad Call of Duties, forcing people to buy the new ones, and you release bad new Call of Duties. They're going to be turned away from the franchise altogether, and you're going to sink like the freaking Titanic. And it's going to be over. COD is going to be gone. If they continue this cycle for even 3 more years, I think Call of Duty may be going out of business within 10 years. Because, you know, not every game necessarily will immediately just shut down. But I think within 3 years, if they continue this vicious cycle, that within 10 years, Call of Duty will be gone altogether. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's just a vicious cycle that, unless COD 2024 is amazing, which it should be, or unless, it should be. But if COD 2024 fails, then I think we have big problems in the future.
We have a lot of big problems. And the next thing I want to touch on about, right, is, do you think, because it's been a couple of years, right? We're seeing it right now with most games happening right now. But do you think that Activision or Treyarch will go as far as to remake or remaster BO3 fully?
Honestly, I want to say no, but what's their goal, Flamer?
Money.
Don't make new stuff. Money, and don't make new stuff. Just repurpose old stuff, which is fine after the life cycle of the game, like Black Ops 3 made all new content and then did a Zombies Chronicles with repurposed content. It was perfect. But it seems like their business plan lately is to repurpose old content and sell it as new content. So do I think it's going to happen? And would I be happy about it? Yes, I do. I do think it's going to happen. I think that that's going to be the way that they're going to try to make their money back when the vicious cycle continues, like I said, and they have no choice but to even bring back BO2 and BO3 and remasters to some capacity. And and also what would that do? That would finally shut out Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, and people would have literally zero reason to ever play them again. So yep. I think that's what they want. They want people buying the newer games no matter what it takes. So yes, I do. What about you? What do you think?
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna remake BO2 and remaster BO3 together within like 2 years.
Wow. By the way, two things. Caleb said if it was a cease and desist, he would not have made another server, which is very true. Yes. True. He also didn't say he got one, so that's that. And also, Rip says that he's pretty much agrees with everything we're saying, which is cool. And you're fine to disagree if you do; it's completely fine. I encourage that. That's cool. But he says that this is Vanguard. This is a Call of Duty. This is Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. This released last year, I think, or 2 years ago. No, it was last year. See, I don't even fucking know. I barely play this game anymore. Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies released at some point recently. I think it was 2021. Was it?
Yeah,
Flavor?
I believe so.
Think so.
Yeah,
so
the end of 2021.
But the first 3 maps in the game are dog shit, and the last map is not great. This map is the only comparable one. But yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard Shinonuma Remastered. This is a COD experience. What were you saying? What was the last thing you had mentioned, if you remember? Does anybody
about BO2 and BO3.
Oh, that's... so you said 2 to 3 years. You think it's gonna happen?
I think it's even gonna go as far if MW3, right? Because we know that there's MW3 remastered, right? I think what they're gonna do this year is they're gonna do an IW. They're gonna release Modern Warfare 3, but also gonna release Modern Warfare 3 remastered with MP, just like they did with Modern Warfare. So then you have 2 games for the old school people to play and the new school people. Because if you did not notice yet, if you go on Modern Warfare 2 right now, they have a bundle that, I kid you not, changes the new sounds to the OG Modern Warfare 2 sounds.
Yeah.
And that's been sold so much. I think that's a test. I think that's a test to see if people are willing to go back to the old ones.
Well, they could also just be nostalgia baiting.
True that. But I also feel like that they know that the community is hating MW2 right now, and if they are to release MW3 right now, do you think people will buy it?
See, I want to say they won't even do something like that again, just because I think they'd kind of release them in one game, but I think they do want the sales, because you'd have, even if you release it at like $30, like I think MWR was, MW Remastered, I think they'll get sales off that. So yeah, I do think people will buy it. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to release together. That's an interesting point. It's definitely possible. They did it before. I don't know. You may be right, though. Like, yeah. People would definitely buy it. There's always a market for anything. You could be selling, like, fucking toothpick for your ass. People will buy it. Just like something stupid. People will buy it. So, I don't know. That's interesting. You never know. But maybe this year, that's a good point. Possibly this year they could do something like that. Maybe they could even wait to see how the reaction is to the same exact game as this year is, MW3 though. They can wait to see what the reaction is on that, and if people don't like it, they're releasing like March or something. But
could be.
I don't know. I don't think next year though we'll see something like that. I think that they're banking heavily on this Treyarch game. That's why they gave them an extra year of development. They know Treyarch is the best developer. I don't think there's any discussion about that anymore either. About making the best overall product. When you take all things into consideration, it seems that Treyarch makes the best overall product. And Activision knows that and can see that. And I think that's why I think that's why they gave him the extra year. It is why they gave him the extra year, and I think they're banking on that. So if that game goes well, I think that vicious cycle I talked about, it actually ends. But it'll probably restart soon after. But I don't know. We'll see. And if it does flop, what Flamer said, 2 to 3 years for BO2, BO3, Modern Warfare Remasters, I do think that happens. Because then they'll need time to rethink their game plan and kind of get their shit together again. But I think COD 2024 will be great. I think it will be a fantastic game. Because Treyarch just almost always delivers no matter what. And I think we'll be all right. So maybe BO2, BO3 remasters, like you said, in 2 to 3 years. Hopefully not, because if not, that means that we're going good. We're going well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very unfortunate to see what's happening in the community. And from a business standpoint, they do have the right to do what they did. None of us like it. And it is, in a way, very, very scummy because it just takes away from the people who care about your franchise the most.
Even if you look online right now, there was lately, these like last 3 months, there was a resurgence in BO3 because of all the stuff that's happening with Boii and everything. Everybody was playing it, everybody was enjoying custom maps, everybody loved it.
People still are enjoying custom maps. So
exactly.
It was just fueling it. And you know what, man? Don't be surprised if Activision decides to stop people from posting custom zombies content. I don't know if they could do that, if there's any way they could do that, but it's almost like I wouldn't even doubt it at this point because they just want people to stop playing these games.
The thing is, right, with that is, me and Chuck were talking about it, and this basically all started because of the Patreon.
Yeah,
subscribe
probably
to get access to this map. For example, Danny with Waterpark Zombies.
Yeah.
It's not even released yet, but still you were able to play it with Patreon. So it gives you exclusive access if you pay for money. AKA that is seen as paid DLC.
Yeah.
In a game that is owned by Activision, you're trying to sell some stuff. That is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
And I think because of all the Patreon shit, that is how it started. Because I swear, if Boii did not do Patreon and everything, I think it was gonna be alright.
Yeah. I think the way around it, though, is to justify it as you're also supporting the creator. That's why I personally don't have that much of an issue with it. I don't want anything locked behind a paywall at all, because in reality, that's what it is. But if it's in beta, like Boii is, because their plans were entirely to go free to play. Like that was going to be, the client was going to go free soon, at some point in the summer.
Yeah.
And that's how it is with all the custom zombies maps. But it is a little annoying, and like Flamer said, it takes away from Activision to some capacity. Although they wouldn't necessarily be directly profiting from custom zombies, there's still a chance that somebody can use that $30 that would go into their pocket with a bundle or Go Ride Crovey, any map pack, something like that.
Yep.
So you're absolutely right by saying that, again, although it's annoying and maybe the developer does have the right to put up a Patreon, maybe it is kind of fair to see what Activision did in that case. But also, don't forget something else that Boii was doing. And this is, it also confuses me because Plutonium has been doing this for years. They've been promoting, not necessarily promoting, but giving links to pirated copies of the game, which is just, I think everyone knows what that is at this point. That's just, holy shit, how many ads? I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. I'll try to get that fixed. That's not supposed to be the case. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you go to my site, you won't have ads.
Yeah, Flamer
YouTube
Live too. But crap, what was I saying?
You were talking about that instead of like what Plutonium was doing, what Boii was doing with the pirated copies.
Yeah, so Plutonium and Boii were doing the same thing, essentially promoting pirated copies of the game. This way people can play the clients, whatever, and enjoy the game if they didn't buy it, which is, in my opinion, not right. If I make a product, I do want people to pay for it. It is also disgraceful that each Call of Duty right now, Flamer, if you go on Steam, is how much?
$60.
$60 without DLC.
Without DLC.
And
$100 for DLC.
Right? Even World at War, which is insane. So I'm not an advocate for piracy. I don't think it's right. However, I also don't think what they're doing is right either. You can't charge $60 for these games, have issues with said games in the current year, right? Like Black Ops 3, maybe the performance isn't that good because of Steam. It's an older game. They're not going to go back and update it. So the Boii client comes out and fixes that. You can't go shut down the Boii client, charge a shit ton of money for the older games, and expect people to be happy. No. So then people go along and pirate it, and then they're in trouble, which again is wrong, but it's just another vicious loop of bullshit. What's the solution? Make a good current Call of Duty, and there will be no issues.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, it's really, it stinks so much. Jaden, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. It's really, really unfortunate. I don't know. Do you think they'll ever discount the games amongst all of this drama and stuff, which I think we both agree with, although it's definitely causing some uproar? I don't think they even care. It's just like a little tap on the shoulder for them. Do you think that they will ever discount the older CODs permanently? Meaning Black Ops 3 becomes $60 with DLC. World at War becomes $30. BO2 with DLC becomes $40. Do you think they'll ever do that because they see people pirating the games and they want people to stop, and maybe there's an opportunity for them to make more money?
No, if they try to do it right now, it will be too late. It will be too late for a lot of stuff, because they'll be like, oh, we're gonna try and please the community, but then the community is gonna be like, oh, so now you care suddenly. Because you're like, oh, we're taking away an extra $20 so you can give us a freaking broken game. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and again, another reason why I don't think they will ever do this, now that I think about it, is because what did we talk about before? They don't want people playing the older games. If they discount the older games, what are people going to do? Even though the games are a little broken, they're going to go back and play the older games, and they're not going to spend money on the new CODs. Which, the money is still going in their pocket, but there's not as much room for microtransactions on the older games, so they can make way less money in terms of those. And people can get mod menus for the Gobblegums and Plasma and stuff like that. It's just not something they want to explore. I wouldn't be surprised if they raised the price of this point.
You want to hear something or see something that is like the worst thing Activision honestly has done? Honestly, this is the worst thing they've ever done regarding MTX and everything.
Let's see it. Flamer's going to pull out the worst thing Activision has ever done in terms of microtransactions. What could it be? What could he be coming back with? What the hell could he become? Is he going to get a red dot? Call of Duty Black Ops 3. PS3.
They made last gen copies and it's dog. It's only multiplayer and zombies. Not even campaign.
Well,
$60
also only Shadows and DE.
$60 at launch. And you want to know something about that little DE thing, right? I have the official Awakening material because we had that at the store I used to work at, right? When it released, and I will quote right here what it says. Okay, where is it? Not actually in-game, just a game sold separately and is required to play full download DLC map packs when available. Will launch on PlayStation platform 30 days prior to launch on other platforms. This DLC map pack is available only on next-gen consoles and PC only.
Yeah. Well, I think they did say that the Rising Drac was a gift to the community.
A gift that was $15.
Yeah,
and you know what they did after that?
No, they wouldn't give it for free.
They released the Giant.
Did they? The Giant's not on last gen.
Yes, it is. I have it. It's on my channel.
Is it?
It is.
I've never seen last gen BO3 Giant gameplay.
Oh my god, it is.
We gotta load new footage. We gotta
Hold
watch
on.
this.
I will put on my video right now in the background.
Get yours going. Hold on.
I will.
Last gen Giant gameplay. The Giant 2022 but last gen. Oh god.
I told you.
Oh my god. Well, shout out to Mr. Dalek JD for this gameplay.
Oh no, the one who stole my video idea. No.
This is with the last gen Giant. I have no idea this existed. BO3 was cheaper on PS4 at one point. BO3 was free at one point on PS4. I mean, there's that.
BO3 and Zombie Chronicles was free if you owned the PS5.
Yes. Oh, this is so cringe.
It is cringe.
This literally looks like World at War Zombies.
It's even worse than World at War Zombies, let me tell you. Where's my thing?
This is so bad.
Is it underneath here?
Oh my gosh. Alright, I think I'm done watching this. Oh man. Wait, those are they have the Shadows Evil perk icons, too. I'm pretty sure those are the SOE perk. Oh no, they're not. But those aren't the regular giant perk icons.
Nope. Those were the SOE ones.
They were the SOE ones.
They were the SOE ones.
Oh man. This actually looks so bad.
I just had the footage of me on screen of me playing the giant on my old setup, and I just saw like a freaking close-up of myself, just like, we're playing the giant.
By the way, thank you for 10K subscribers. Go.
You had SOE to start off with, and SOE, for some reason, had more achievements or trophies than the next gen version. It had like way more challenges. There's an actual pretty cool challenge on there. That's to activate the Pack-a-Punch ritual on round 1.
Wow. No, that's on next gen, isn't it?
Nope. It's not.
Sure?
It's not.
I think that's on next gen.
Joe, I almost have the platinum trophy. I have been grinding these shits for days.
See, but you said almost. Maybe that's why you don't have it yet. You don't know it's on there.
Now listen here. I have all zombie trophies on BO3. Even DLC.
Caleb here, which is an absolutely fair point, not Caleb Ross, says, I've lost all my confidence for zombies since Vanguard, and then that shit Activision pulls on PC players. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much agree. The only thing I can say is you gotta kind of look ahead, which is, if you don't want to, that's fair. But they've given Treyarch an extra year of development time. Treyarch has produced a very solid game of Cold War. That's always how I refer to it. Very solid. Not fantastic, but very solid. They did a great job of what they had, the time they had. And I think that them building on that and BO3 in the past iterations, but with the current team they have now, building on Cold War, going to COD 2024 and having an extra year of development, I think that that is very interesting and gives headway for something very, very special, as you guys are seeing. Some Outbreak 1.0 gameplay right here from Cold War Zombies on your screen. But yeah, meatballs are absolutely juicy. That's good. Flame, I didn't ask you, how are your meatballs?
My meatballs good.
Good. But I think we. You got anything else to add to that? I think in terms of Boii, Activision shutting it down, MW3 Zombies, I think we're pretty much good with that. Would you say so?
I think so too. I think we ranted on about.
Okay.
It's the one part that I still want to say about it, and that could go into our next thing, is that it's gonna be annoying for you guys at Zombies for Charity if this thing goes down.
Yeah.
Because then we have to resort to the older. Then we'll have to resort to BO3 on PC, and we can be booted then. Because not everybody has BO2 on PC with the DLCs.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna have to resort to Black Ops 3 and Cold War, maybe BO4.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We'll talk about that in just a second. That's Zombies for Charity, which we briefly just touched on a little bit earlier as well, because of the Activision. You know what? Let's go. We can talk about it now. It makes more sense to flow into that because it all ties together. Zombies for Charity is an event that's been going on for the last couple of years, last like 5 years, I think, right? Did Z for 5? Yeah. A couple of people in the zombies community. We always try to say not the smaller people in the zombies community. It's just a group of people who genuinely want to try to raise money and play zombies. Every year there's a different cause. This year it's for the oceans.
Indeed.
What's it called? But Zombies for Charity 5 this year could be running into some issues because they have shut down Boii, and I believe, as Flamer touched on, you can explain this, but Boii essentially was supposed to be a big part of Zombies for Charity, Zombies for Charity 5.
Yep.
You can go into that, or You have more knowledge.
So for those just tuning in, Boii is a client for BO3, which makes everything smoother and gives you access to everything basically. So everybody could start with the exact same amount of gobblegums because you just have like everything. So there would be no squabbling about, oh, I don't have a perkaholic or anything anymore. And it would make it more fair. There's some cool game modes in between with mods. But also we have Plutonium, what we just were talking about, which is a huge part right now of C4C 5. Where they're going to be playing on Black Ops 2. But not everybody owns the DLC because, like we were saying,
It's still over $60.
Yeah,
we're not
Yeah.
made of money. We're here to try and raise money,
exactly.
not spend it. And I
If
know,
we ha-
and I know, if
had the
Clarky
money, we
SJ
would
is watching,
donate
if
ourselves.
Clarky SJ is watching, don't you dare donate another game to somebody else.
But yeah, Zombies for Charity is just us coming together, play zombies, and try to put on as good of an event as possible.
Yep.
A mini event, or not even mini. It's a real full-fledged event, where we just do Easter eggs, challenges as teams versus other teams. By the way, Meatball Maniacs W. And again, the goal is to just put on a couple-hour event to raise money. We have a captain's draft where the captains pick their team. We have hype streams, a bunch of different things we do this way. It's out there as much as possible. And each individual person, like myself when I'm live, there's an exclamation point Z for C command in our chats. You can click on that. There's always merchandise, which if you put exclamation point Z for C in the chat, you'll see there's a link to donate directly to that, not to me. That goes directly to the charity. And then also for the merchandise. And that's it. Have fun, play zombies, raise money for whatever the cause is, which this year again is for the oceans. I like to say that.
Exactly.
We both just wanted to touch on that this way. As many people, we'll talk about it probably every stream. This way, as many people as possible, hopefully that come in and out of our streams and stuff, get to see or get to know about Z4C before the main event, which I believe is on June 23rd?
24th.
24th. Close.
June 24th. It's on a Saturday.
And I am on Team Nova Sixers with Absolum, Expert Fusion, Rage Gamer. That's it. That's 4 people. And Flamer, you're in the event, right?
I am not exactly in the event. I am a
You're in
backup
the
player.
background.
I'm a backup player and I'm in the background helping out.
Okay.
So
Flamer's been a big
I
part of getting stuff set up.
yeah, I made the graphics last year together with Yuja, so that was cool.
And Mr. Quiet, right?
Yes. And I was a backup last year as well, and I actually had to play like 2 to 3 times in that event, which was really funny. And yeah, still enjoying my time. Love helping out whenever I can. And yeah, it's for a good cause, and that's why I don't know if you guys saw it, but one of the creator of Zombies for Charity, Braden, he had an actual event before this, which was Zombies Community Showdown, which was basically the beginning of C4C, because that's how the people met, and I wanted to... Yeah, it was like the prequel, and I brought it back this year, and we did that last month, and it was fantastic. It was like 30 players, solo challenges, and we actually raised some money, which was cool for C4C. But yeah, I brought that back. It was very fun to do, and I hope to be hopefully available to help out as much as I can as well.
Awesome. And you're planning on doing a second Zombies Community Showdown, right? ZCS.
Yep, CCS
And that
too.
was supposed to be originally your initial idea was Boii and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. that's
The
a shame.
initial plan was that it was going to be Boii and Plutonium. It was going to be BO1, 2, and 3. But of course, with all the uncertainty that's going around, we have to change up some things. CCS2 was going to be an event that was going to be... I can say this was going to be a C4C after party kind of thing. It was going to be 2 weeks after C4C, so that we could still try and raise some more money.
Gotcha.
But sadly, we cannot do it anymore with all the uncertainty and all the things that are going on in the background. There's been a lot of, let's just say, drama in the background with people joining and not showing up, which dwindles down numbers where you have to find new people.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say I had that problem where I was like, if I played in ZCS, which I told Flamer I was gonna be in, and I felt so bad I couldn't, but I mean he understood. If I played, I would have failed one of my classes
yes,
for sure.
and we don't want that.
So,
School,
yeah.
hey, as
Which is different than
as
some people saying
an
they're gonna play
assistant
and leave.
teacher, I say school is important. You have to follow your education, but be a gamer on the side.
You can, if somebody can edit Flamer as an old man saying it like that,
Yes.
that would be great. School is important.
School
It's
is
true, though, it's
important, people, but be a gamer as well.
It's true. When are we gonna hear about MW3 officially? I don't remember. At the time Anderson had mentioned it, but it's gonna
They're
be at some
saying
point, I think, in
around August, but I have a feeling that we're gonna be seeing it in, what is it, 10 days from now at Game Fest.
interesting.
At Summer
That's
Game
interesting.
Fest, because last year, no, 2 years ago, we had the official Black Ops Cold War gameplay showcase right there for the first campaign mission, and the
But it
release.
was announced already, right?
Yeah. No, not. Yeah, it was announced,
It had to have been
but
announced.
it was announced, but it was not like fully shown.
Okay, that was the first gameplay.
That was the
The
first
difference is
gameplay,
here, though, they
and
didn't-
then we also had a week later we had the alpha for Black Ops Cold War.
That's right. Oh my god, that was so hype. that was a lot of fun.
Black Ops Cold War
isn't
alpha was
COD
fun.
2024 and the MW engine? I honestly don't know. I don't know right now. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about MW3 first, to be honest
Yes.
with you.
We go year
don't know.
from year and see how everything advances. Because people were also speculating that Vanguard was gonna make a comeback this year because it was doing so badly with MW2, with the zombies content, and it's just like, it's not. They just left it in the dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, we'll see. But just coming back, and any day, just briefly touching on those two last topics that we did. We only have one more thing after this, but wrapping up those last two topics. At any day, Plutonium can be shut down, even though they have changed their stance and they're not promoting the piracy anymore. Boii had done the same thing before they got shut down, and they still received the cease and desist and got shut down. And Plutonium has been doing it for years now. So, I honestly, nobody would be surprised if Plutonium got hit. It's probably just a matter of time. I hope not, but we'll have to wait and see. And as such, as Flamer touched on, that could be ruining a lot of different events. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll be all right. Hopefully, we'll still be able to have fun. And after Z4C, even though we can't do exactly what Flamer wanted to do, I'm sure we usually always get in a Discord call, not like right after the event, but you know, the days and a week or two after, we hang around, just play some zombies, and just kind of all try to raise money, as much money as possible at the end. Try to hit certain goals. What do you want from MW3? That's another topic for another day. That's another topic for another day.
Okay, no, let's just touch upon it like real quick. What is one thing you want to see? Like one thing.
One thing. Okay, we'll give one thing we want to see in MW3.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a shocker. Round-based map.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. But
Say it louder for the
round-based
people in the
map.
back.
Oh man. It's not gonna happen though. But
It's outbreak.
this game's gonna arguably be worse than Vanguard in terms of zombies.
It could be, yeah. We never know. Yo,
Who
no.
knows?
Do you remember that when we saw the first like art for
I
Vanguard?
was so hyped.
We were hyped. We were screaming that it was gonna be demonic and everything.
Cause I was shocked. I was like, damn, this looks amazing. This looks like I got BO4 Chaos vibes. I remember literally saying that to you, and you're like, yeah. But no, what we got fluked.
And I can
I don't wanna
even
take out Prego, yeah.
we
Yeah, I
can
mean,
even talk about this like real quick. Like Joe actually managed to get from this shifty guy Vanguard like a day early.
A couple of days early.
Couple of days early. And I was in the Discord with him while he was streaming it, and he's like, I don't know what I have to think about this. And then when he did like his 5th portal, he's like,
it was terrible.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, wait, you just got the game? Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, Flamer. This is nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Tim even says, I don't know, but I would take Outbreak over what we had in Vanguard. I agree. But
yeah,
it's in terms of Duran Fang and Terra Maledicta. I can't even those words. But if it's in terms of those, yeah, I agree. But the round-based maps in Vanguard, there was only 2. If they're gonna come out with round-based maps like Shiranuma, that's still no DE or SOE. But I'll take that. Honestly, I'll still take that. But yeah, hopefully they do Outbreak good. Hopefully, of course. But if I had to ask for one thing, I want a round-based map, traditional round-based map. Will we get it? No. What would your thing be, Flamer?
My thing?
Yeah,
and this is gonna be a shocker.
Anything.
This is gonna be a shocker.
Here we go. Let's see.
I want a good Easter egg.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
I want to actually feel like it's a puzzle and not that I'm being guided through. Because even with Vanguard, I know it was less, but we managed to beat Shinonuma in less than 6 hours.
Yeah, it's been like that for a lot of maps, though.
Yeah.
It was even Alpha Omega got beat fast. Honestly, at this point, I don't care about how long the Easter egg takes to solve. There's just so many people on. I want Easter egg hunt to go 24 hours. I don't think that's ever going to happen again, even if they tried. Maybe, who knows? But I think even if they tried, it won't happen. Just because of the player pool. But as long as the Easter egg is replayable and fun to do, that's honestly all I care about. So I agree. If it's going to be Outbreak, cool, which I don't have a big issue with as long as it's good. But mainly, have a damn good Easter egg. And really, how about this? Let's forget about the other thing. Let's be more realistic. Have a good high rounding in this Outbreak somehow.
Yes.
I don't know how that would be, but have some kind of good high round ability system.
I honestly feel like the way that they did it in Vanguard with the orb, was pretty good. I thought that was for...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought for its standard, for it starting up as a round-based thing, I thought it was pretty good. I'll be honest.
I feel like you should just be able to go right to the orb, though, from the start.
Oh, yeah. Not go like, oh, I gotta go here, and then, oh, yes, I am in here. Oh, there's a strange orb inside of this room. You have to interact with it. Oh, no, you're in Shinonuma.
Remember when it got leaked? Remember when that room got leaked?
Yeah.
That was pretty sick, seeing people just run in a random ass room, and then we didn't even know at the time that it was gonna be open. And then eventually they came out and said it, and we're like, oh, this is cool. And then they did make decent changes, but ugh.
They made decent changes, but it is still Vanguard.
The biggest drawback is still, it's just the actual main systems. Really cool. I think fantastic graphics, really cool designs, and with the perks and stuff, but just whatever. We're not gonna get into that. I think we can end this off now. Not the podcast. We still have 1 or 2 more things to talk about real quick.
Yep.
Mini discussion. Get rid of COD campaign.
See,
if it meant more for zombies. Now, I want to clarify because I put a tweet out. And this means, so let me just read this real quick. The tweet was, this is what Activision wants. Forget about the past and focus on the new games. We just talked about all this. Why spend $100 on an old COD? I would love to buy COD World War II on PC. This is not the right tweet that I'm reading. If it were $30 through $50 with DLC. However, the base game is $60, even on other websites like G2A and CD Keys. You're still going to pay $80 for the game with DLC, which is a good point. But I was supposed to bring that tweet up before. I put out a tweet like yesterday or 2 days ago where I said get rid of COD campaign, and or if you got rid of COD campaign, and you could allocate those resources towards multiplayer and zombies, would you do it? Meaning there was like triple the zombies maps, more Easter eggs, more high round ability, more things for high round players, like maybe cutscenes and stuff, and more multiplayer maps on launch, more weapons, I don't know, whatever it may be, more content overall.
Coming back at that, we already had that happen once.
With Black Ops 4. Yes.
Yep. With Black Ops 4.
But yeah, the question was, would you do it? And a lot of people were like, "Oh, this kid's an asshole. This kid's an idiot."
I saw
I'm
that,
not
which was
saying-
really weird. But
Yeah.
coming back to that is, I feel like a good COD campaign can set up a good ground for like the story it's telling.
Yeah.
I would say like that Cold War's campaign was very good, and then I went to MW2's campaign, and it was a bit lackluster. I was like, oh, I could have seen this coming from a mile away, and oh, why is this the bad guy? We have never seen this man before. Wait, why the fuck are we letting him go? We're in the middle of the... Why are we not shooting him right now? No, we're gonna wait until he blows up the freaking tower. Like, it was so weird. And
Okay.
I hope
Yeah,
they
my bad.
make the MW3 campaign better, in a way, with Makarov and everything. Because the final setup for Makarov is pretty good, with no Russian. But there is what ends it. And then we're gonna go into the Treyarch ones. Let's just... Do you remember Black Ops 3 campaign?
I did not play.
Imagine yourself in a frozen forest.
I
I can repeat that full freaking thing over and over. I have played that BO3 campaign, and I am so ashamed to say this. I have played this BO3 campaign over 20 times, trying
Wow.
to get platinum. It's disastrous. It's so disastrous. And then you also have on BO3, you have Nightmares, which is the zombies campaign, which is the campaign but just with zombies and a weird ass story.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
wasn't a big fan of that, but
it's honestly
it was a cool
okay.
bonus.
It's
it
a cool
wasn't replacing
bonus.
content. It was a bonus.
It was a
Exactly
bonus indeed.
My point from before, yeah.
Yeah. But it was unnecessary. They should have just taken those resources and put in zombies for like a new map.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. They still delivered a fantastic product, so it's
Yeah.
cool. I just want to clarify real quick. I said the exact tweet was, I would absolutely eliminate campaign from COD if it guaranteed higher quality and much more content for the multiplayer and zombies experiences. This is not me saying get rid of campaign because it will increase zombies in the multiplayer experience. I said the average person plays campaign once and definitely no more than 5 times. MP and zombies are played repeatedly for years, which is also the truth. Even Flamer, who just said he played campaign 20 times, that campaign 20 times. Two things. One, he was going for platinum. 2, he's a content creator. And I mean, the third thing, hold on. Oh, there's more to this. But yeah, the one, he's a content creator, and 2, he was going for platinum. I forgot what the third thing was because I'm an idiot clearly because they even posted this tweet.
Joe Biden moment?
No, I think that there was only 2 things. There was a poll up, 620 votes, which is barely anything of a sample size. 35% agree, 65% disagree. But again, the follow-up tweet from myself was, people seem to be missing the point of this. I'm only suggesting a mock situation free campaign in which zombies and multiplayer, the 2 modes that get replayed daily for years,
Wasn't Caleb?
unlike campaign. Nobody plays campaign repeatedly day in and day out for an entire year. Whereas in the current COD, you will play multiplayer and you will play zombies almost every single day for the given year. You play campaign, your play ratio of zombies and multiplayer to campaign is significantly higher than anything else. So my point was, why not reallocate those resources if possible? But last thing, the 2 modes that get replayed daily for years, unlike campaign, directly, if the modes directly were improved because of it. The teams are separate anyway, so this isn't a real scenario. There are different teams for multiplayer, for zombies, and for campaign, and different sub-teams within each of those teams as well, to some capacity. So it's not even a realistic situation. It was just kind of a mock situation. So anyone grilling me for it, screw you.
Yo, that's a meme right there. That's a meme right there. Clip that, clip that, clip that.
Screw you. It was just meant to be a little mock situation. Just curious to see what people would say. It was misinterpreted. But yeah,
I mean,
I would personally, regardless, I would get rid of campaign if it meant that. But it doesn't mean that, so no. I'd rather have just more resources on zombies in general.
Going back to this, they removed campaign for this, and look how this ended up.
No, they didn't. Oh, there's no campaign in that. Oh.
There's no campaign.
Yeah.
You want to know what they did as an equivalent of the campaign? They were like, oh, this is the third equivalent of Black Ops. Let us give you a good campaign for free with it.
They gave you Black Ops Declassified with that?
No, they gave you Black Ops 1.
Oh, I can't really. That thing is black. I can't see it. Okay.
What is Black Ops, so...
Yep. Hey, man, that's exactly the point. You're right.
True.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quick, touch on that, because I obviously, even though I don't really play campaign, I could care less for it. I only played a couple. I would still do it either way because I don't play it, but that's only me. I know there's still a group of people in the community that play it. My point was that if you're only going to play it 1 to 5 times, which people do that, there's literally games that you only play 1 to 5 times and that's it. You really don't come back and play because it's just a story game. But my point was that for people like myself, if you are not going to play that, then why not just have those resources reallocated to the modes that are played daily, and where if you want to make more money, you get more microtransactions by devoting more resources to different lanes. That's all I was saying. Anyways, that is it, I think. There's one last mini topic we have to talk about, unless you have anything to add, but the next topic is what to play right now in terms of zombies. Do you have anything to add to that previous topic, though, about campaign and COD?
Going back to your statement that if we knew that campaign was removed for great quality of weapons, maps, and everything, I think I would agree with it. But I think what the campaign gives is it gives that price tag in a way, you know? Because if there's if there's just campaign and if there's just zombies and multiplayer, I feel like people won't buy it as much knowing it, because they're like, oh, I want to play something on the side, you know? Just want to see this story. Maybe it's because I'm like a campaign guy, but I feel like the price tag of COD is always also coming with like the trailers that they release for like the campaigns, because the campaigns are getting you interested in the story, and that's when you're gonna continue. Like look at M.2 for example. Apparently weapon is team, but yeah, you don't see that coming back. And then you have the story being continued in Spec Ops, which got discontinued. Apparently, even though they were like, oh, we're gonna release content on the go. Same with Modern Warfare 2019. And then like, oh, we're gonna continue the story in Warzone. Shocker.
I don't know. I think they'll definitely lose people. There's no doubt about that. But
going back to this one thing, right? Do you think that because DMC was for free with Warzone in Modern Warfare 2, do you think that Zombies Outbreak will become a part of Warzone?
Free to play?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. There's a report about that too. Do you have to own MW2 to play it? Or as long as you have Warzone, you can play it?
As long as you have Warzone 2.0, you can play.
I don't think so. I think they're going to keep zombies locked behind it. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, there's even reports that that could be the case.
Mm-hmm.
It could become free to play. This way they have something zombies-wise free to play. But I personally don't think that'll happen. What about you?
I feel it's going to happen.
Interesting.
I feel like it's going to happen because they know it's going to be Outbreak. They know it's Outbreak. And because it's Outbreak, people are not going to want to spend money on it. And that's when they're going to try this mode. They're going to be like, oh, it's free. Okay, it's kind of decent. And I'm like, okay, I can buy a bundle or two.
Okay. Well, fair. I just going back real quick. I just wanted to say that if you have a multiplayer in a zombies mode like Black Ops 3, right? Even just all across the board. Are you telling me that people would not buy the game? Like, not a majority, but there would be people that still wouldn't buy the game just because there's no campaign? I never even played the campaign in BO3. Like, I don't think so. Like, obviously that's not everybody. I don't speak for everyone, but I just feel like if the game is good, either way, if the zombies and multiplayer are good, which are repeatedly played day in and day out for a year or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that's really all that matters in terms of getting sales and stuff like that. Obviously, there's people who play almost only campaign. There's not a lot of them, but there are definitely people who play only campaign. But as you said, you're buying the whole package.
Mm-hmm.
You're buying the whole package. So if you're buying, you're probably buying it for, to some capacity, all of them. So if 2 of them are really strong, like even BO4, I don't care. Did not care if there wasn't a campaign. I don't know. I think it's a more interesting discussion to be had than people are making it out to be.
Yeah.
Online. But I mean, hey, that's Twitter. I think
It is Twitter.
I think there's more of a discussion to be had. I'm not saying it needs to happen. No, it's not. It's not like this isn't. I'm not as passionate about this to the capacity of I was about Outbreak at one point. Which, by the way, to clarify, I'm okay with Outbreak coming back. Just please make it a lot better. And I think they're close. As crazy as that sounds, but they're still kind of foreign to some capacity, which we'll talk about, I think, on another Zcast. But
yeah,
the point was that they have to, make campaign better or get rid of it or this or that. It was just, a possible reallocation of resources, because at the end of the day, I sincerely, personally believe that if they were to upgrade the modes as a result of getting rid of campaign, the multiplayer and the zombies that people play every single day, and they got rid of, and that was upgraded because of getting rid of campaign, I think that they really wouldn't suffer that much from it. I think, if anything, they benefit from it overall, because there would be a lot more high quality content. But again, this is not really a real possible situation, just because of the teams being different. Obviously, you can ship people from team to team, but it's not necessarily a realistic situation. You can only have so many devs on a certain thing, because at some point it gets a little out of hand. But okay. I think we should move on from this.
Yes.
Okay. What to play right now in terms of, anything possibly, but especially in terms of COD Zombies. What have you at least been playing lately, Flamer?
See, I have been a bit distant of the zombies genre because I was just getting a bit burned out from it. So I just wanted to take some time to grind out some platinums, because I think that's just a fun way to just go ahead with your time. But on the side, I still play zombies, and it's just that the
Like
games that I play are, well, I did a lot of Lego games just for fun, just to turn my brain off and just play. But recently I got my PS3, and I've been getting a steady collection of those.
Stop. Sorry, Frankie Beans is being in bed.
Alright. Well, I've been getting a lot of PS3 games that I've been recently playing, and even that mini stream I did 2-3 days ago where I played like all those games. I've noticed some other games, and I've actually been playing the Ghostbuster game on the side, and I'm actually enjoying it. Not even streaming it, just enjoying it casual for myself, just enjoying the story, how it is. But also going back to the whole zombies bit, I made a whole video about this like a few months ago, about there's still a lot of stuff you can do in zombies, because I know for a fact there are people out there, and I can keep you as example for this, right, Joe? There are so many people out there who have not played all zombie experiences that are out there. For example,
don't want to.
I know that, but Joe has never played Advanced Warfare Zombies, and I think it will be funny to show Joe what Exo Zombies is like and how the Easter eggs are working, because they're way different than Treyarch's. And
You wanna know what else is funny, real quick?
Hold up.
And Flamer's off. I've never played AW because it's SLO. I don't know. I can't speak on it because I've never played it. But what the fuck is going on? What is happening over here?
Sorry, there was a cat.
Okay.
There was a cat underneath my window that was just like, like mother.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty hilarious that the game is also $100 with DLC still. I think that's pretty fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I refuse to buy the older games now. Which again, going back, Real quick, that's what they want. They want you to be pissed that the games are overpriced, and either you jump in, you give them extra money, or you don't play the older games, and you're still screwed because you got to buy the new ones that suck. So.
Yep. And also, I think it's funny how you have like the new games, right, that are coming out, but then you also have like used games from people that used to play them and are selling them. And I'm doing like this whole experiment right now to see for how low of $1 or euro I can buy certain games. And
Interesting.
okay, I have one right here, for example. Okay, let me get it. Okay, so I got. Let me. There it is. Yes. Okay.
There he is.
I'm here. I'm back. So I bought these two games. Modern Warfare 2.
Nobody can see them. They
Okay,
are black.
hold up. Hold up.
It's alright. It's alright. Just you, as long as you tell us. It's
Can,
not that
can,
big
can
a
you
deal.
see me like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, let me.
It's alright.
Wait.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Wait,
it.
wait. I can use my camera phone. Hold up. Light. Show me the light.
What webcam do you have, Flamer?
Light. There we go. Light. I have like a no-name one. I don't know. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
Better, a
so
lot
this is MW3 Steelbook. And this is Modern Warfare 2 Steelbook. Can you guess for how much I bought these?
I'm gonna guess $8 each.
$5 each.
Okay.
Now I go to this one. Oldie but goldie.
BO4.
Mm-mm.
3. BO3.
BO3. How much do you think I bought this for?
18.
I bought this for 10.
Okay. That's half, pretty much.
Yeah. And it includes all the cards and everything. Like, it's the full collection. And going back to that Modern Warfare 2, how much do you think I paid for that?
MW2. Didn't you say you paid 5 each?
Yeah, no. Like the new one.
Oh, the new one? Somebody probably gave it to you for free.
I got
That's my
it.
guess.
I got it for free with my Modern Warfare 2. Separate. I told the guy that I had the game. He's like, oh yeah, I can just give it to you. They didn't give a fuck. They
What?
were just like, here, take it.
What? They just gave it to you for free? At
Yeah.
the store?
Yeah.
That goes to show you something, guys.
That goes to show indeed. And then there's stuff like freaking Resident Evil steelbooks. Just for example, right? How much do you think I have to pay for those ones?
I don't know. I have no sense of what those cost about.
Look.
I don't know. I'll guess like 12.
This one right here. Resident Evil 2. You can neither see it now. Good. I paid
Sure.
$30 for that.
Wow.
That shows you that there is way difference with the way that people treat games.
Yeah.
For a good example, FIFA. You buy the new FIFA at $60,
Well, that's a lot different.
and then a month later, it goes on clearance sale already.
Oh, 100%. That's so annoying. I bought 2K. I did in hand. I played this freaking game once because it's cross. I
Platform?
think you can't play PS5 to PS4, but I think you can play like PS5 to Xbox Series X. It's
that's
so
weird.
annoying. But I was gonna buy the digital deluxe edition with both versions. I didn't because it was more expensive. The next day when I get it, after I get it, it goes on sale. So annoying.
That's annoying indeed. But
Yeah, those games are a little different because, you know, honestly, they're mostly roster updates. FIFA, MLB, 2K. Yeah, well, I think that gave us a pretty good idea on what you've been playing lately. We got a very good idea. So that's cool. In terms of zombies, specifically though, what have you been playing? Obviously, you and I have been recording the Pac-1 Challenge series. I know you said you haven't played that much zombies, but if you had to sit down right now, you're gonna go stream zombies. What are you playing? What game are you picking up?
I think because I want to grind something, because I haven't completed it, is I will go to BO4.
Interesting. I like it.
Because I still need to get dark matter on a few weapons.
Wow.
So I will go back for that, and I actually am returning soon to Black Ops 4 to do something. I am somebody that tries to do stuff that nobody has tried before. And I might be crazy for it, I might not get the views, but I just want to try it, you know? I'm not here for the views, I'm just trying to see how I do it. And a thing I always wanted to do is that in BO4 you have reactive camos, right?
Yes.
You have reactive versions of dark matter and diamond, but to get to the final tier you have to get a certain amount of kills. For rainbow diamond camo you need 2k kills with each weapon. I'm gonna try complete it on every weapon.
Nice. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of time, but definitely doable.
Yeah, it's the same thing with what I did with Orda in Black Ops Cold War. I did a series where I tried to kill Orda with every weapon.
Orda,
yeah. And then I did like this John Wick style freaking thumbnail. But then I got people coming at me like, yo, nobody watching this stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't give flying. I'm just doing this for myself. I'm just trying to get the content I want to create.
and that's how you know you got it right. You know, outside of anything YouTube wise, you know, the SEO titles, outside of any of that stuff, channel stuff, whatever it may be, that's the most important thing. Playing what you want to play and having fun with it, because if you're doing that, not only are you going to have a good time, but eventually, if you're enjoying it and people can see that you're enjoying it, there's no doubt in my mind that whoever it may be will grow, regardless of what stupid people on the internet may say, because there are a lot of them.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's
I respect it. That's awesome. I respect the shit out of that. Keep that up, because a lot of people just play games for the sake of trying to grow, and not only do they stink at doing what they do, and that's fine, that's part of it, right? To learn, but they also are not having fun. So yeah. It's hard, very but yeah, just real quick, in terms of what I'm playing, still same deal. BO3, BO4. I haven't really touched too much BO2. My plan is to really try to touch BO2 a lot this summer. I really want to try to get into a little bit of speedrunning if I can.
Yep,
I
same
think
here,
I'm
same
very
here.
Capable. I just don't do it.
We should do a 2-piece soon. We should do some 2-piece.
I'm down, just to get the feet warmed up, you know?
Exactly.
But I'm aware that there's guys like Kooky, Freck, Chuck even, who have been doing this stuff for years. I'm not trying to necessarily get a record right away.
No, get a PB.
That,
I mean,
I want to speed run just for the sake of it. And I think that brings a lot of excitement, because you're always on edge. You know what I mean? Especially when the games are as old as they are now and nothing new is that good. And I think it's something cool to get into. So that's kind of like, if I had to suggest anything to anybody on what to play, if you have the older games, just try to look back at what you may have enjoyed in the past but haven't touched. So like for me and Jack, BO4. Jack and I used to play BO4 every day. I haven't played it too much recently. Probably gonna go back, play that a little bit. I mean, BO3 we play almost all the time. And the main two games, IW I love. Second favorite COD, definitely gonna be playing probably IW the most this summer. But second, World War II Zombies, which I give a lot of love and not even hate, but a lot of disregard to in some respects. But I think they have some phenomenal Easter eggs and visuals and stuff like that.
Shout out Throne.
And I think they did a lot of cool things in that game. They did a lot of things first too, if you notice.
Yep.
With the self-reses and different weapons spawning in and pack a punch camo rewards. They did a lot of different things, which is cool and respectable. to see that it even blended together, as sloppy as it may have been to some capacity in that game compared to what we have now. It did a lot of cool things, so that's definitely going to be one of the games I'm going to be going back to this summer. But I think for the vast majority of people, if you have a PC, download some custom zombies maps, really explore the custom zombies library, and I think you'll have yourself a pretty damn good time. Try to play with friends. That's the most important thing. If you can get some friends, if not, I mean, I have a Discord. I'm not sure if Flamer has a server.
I have a Discord as well. It's
have a
actually, if you look in the comments right now, or like my description, you can see the Discord invite is right there, so you can join it. You can join the Flame Troop.
My server, his server, or any server that you can find. Just try to find people to play with. Like I uploaded a video on how to get infinite keys in IW Zombies, which is doing really well. Oh, thank you. I just died in this Easter egg run, of course I did. But a lot of people from that are coming together and like, hey, do you want to play IW Zombies? Do you want to do this Easter egg? You want to do this? You want to do that? Obviously, they're saying it because they need it. But also, if you're playing with people in general, a lot of fun. And I mean, hey, go back, play some older games, custom zombies maps, get other people involved. This way you're not just bored out of your mind. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Zombies is fun solo for sure. I think most people even do play co-op, but if you haven't, like even myself, really try to explore that co-op nature. Or even vice versa. If you play a lot of co-op, maybe even try solo every once in a while as a challenge. And
Yes.
I think you'll definitely be able to shake some stuff up and have some fun.
Going on that as well is like, you might have completed an Easter egg in co-op, and that is awesome of Easter egg. Easter eggs are not the easiest to do, but if you feel confident, I would suggest that you try it on solo. Like, I'll be honest, there are some Easter eggs I have never completed solo. Like, I have not completed all of the BO4 Easter eggs on solo. I have not completed all of the BO3 Easter eggs on solo. And one of the things I really want to try, and I am gonna be doing that, I'm gonna be live streaming that soon, is I'm gonna try and complete both BO3, but also the BO2 equivalent of Origins in one stream.
That's tough. That's good.
I'm gonna try first BO3 to get the feel of it, and I'm gonna go to BO2.
Oh, okay. Origins. Okay. Yeah. W's. I mean, listen, we're pretty much done here now. We had this podcast went on a lot longer than I initially anticipated it to. With just a couple of topics. But I think that's why, because we wanted to try to space it out. We wound up spacing out a little too much. We still had a good discussion. I forgot what I was gonna say again, dude. I am scared right now. This doesn't happen often. It usually happens when I don't sleep, but my brain is not working right now. It happens. We all have those days.
It's the serotonin going through your brain because of this podcast.
I'm all thrown off, man. I'm all thrown off. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. But if I was to suggest a challenge to any one of you who have not done this and have Infinite Warfare Zombies, my number one challenge to you, if I had to pick the hardest Easter egg of all time to do solo, it would be the hardest boss fight. I would say would be Mephistopheles and Infinite Warfare Zombies, the solo Easter egg completion. You'll have
Or you could even do boss battle mode, which gets you access to the boss mode immediately.
Yeah, but I agree. Awesome mode, another great thing IW Zombies did. But my challenge is to do the entire Easter egg with just not classic cards, but just I guess just the regular cards. And you'll see it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do, but it could be a really, really good challenge, even co-op. But especially if you want the hardest challenge, in my opinion, that's probably it.
Mephistopheles.
It's gonna be, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So that's what I'd say. If you do complete it for the first time, tweet at one of us, let us know, and we'll show it on the podcast next week. Just show the goats on the podcast. But
I think we can do a showcase of some awesome people out there in the community.
Yes. I think, though, that's going to be it. I think we had some fun. A little bit too much talking on my end.
I have been talking with Revamped and Jason for like 4 hours in a row.
What do you mean? Yeah. Well, I think we're okay now. I think we're safe to end it. The first Zcast. At this point, we had a lot of fun, great discussions, great vibe overall, which is good. And
Exactly.
just before we end it, when is the next podcast, Caleb? These podcasts are every Monday. Should be 2 p.m. Eastern time. If there are any changes, myself and Flamer will let you know. And again, make sure to join the Discord server, either mine or Flamer's or both. Team up with as many people as possible. Make connections during this down period of time. And if you want to create content, please do so right now. I don't want to say this because I want to benefit myself as much as possible, but I also want to see as many people succeed as possible. I promise you, this is the time. Zombies is the perfect game. I'm not joking. If you do some research, you will be able to understand. It's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. But if you do hard work over these next couple of months to year before the next Treyarch game comes out, you could really do something special. And that's what I'm going to be doing. But I promise you, if you want to do a channel, now's the time, especially with zombies to start up. It's a really solid time with an open field. And that's it.
Before we end off, Joe, there are some things I want to tell the people out there. It's been, of course, a while since I booted up the Zcast.
Yes.
Okay. But it feels great to be back, talking with a new host as well. And it's always refreshing. And I love talking about zombies anyway, but Call of Duty in general. So that's why I am making the announcement that after this podcast is done, at it is right now 3 p.m. EST, I believe, right?
3:30.
3:30. So at 4 p.m. Eastern, we will be launching the official Zcast Twitter.
Ooh. This is news to me too. I didn't know this.
I was gonna wait until how we did it at the end, but we're officially launching the Zcast Twitter.
I think that's a great idea.
And if all goes well,
I think I know where this
these podcasts will be starting next month, will be appearing on iTunes.
Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about when we ended. I want to do that and potentially even. All right, we'll talk about that offline. But I think that's really good.
But there's one more thing. There is one more thing, because you have been talking about it not too much, but Zcast is of course me and Joe talking about some stuff with zombies. But occasionally there are also some special guests.
Yes, sir.
And Joe might not know this yet, but I have already been talking in the background with some people that are willing to come on the Zcast.
Nice.
And it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be an interesting road, of course, because we're rebooting. But I think we're here to stay for
Definitely.
a long time.
I've been talking to a couple of people too. I think we'll definitely have fun. And even sometimes I think it's going to be important to have some people that question our philosophies on zombies, which is fine.
Indeed.
But I think from what you heard, Flamer and I are both very serious about creating something fun overall, but definitely in the zombies community. Especially in the podcast space, because there have been a few and there are a couple still now left, and they do a good job. But I think I did think in some cases there can definitely be a lot more fun, a lot more excitement, a lot more positive spin, even if it cost a little bit of professionalism in some capacity. Like, who's gonna burp and fucking fart on stream? I'm gonna do it. I don't care. It's fun. I think that's going to be more important. I think that's what's going to elevate us overall. Obviously, we're going to still be doing our own thing, still be creating content. We're not stopping that to do the Zcast every Monday. But I think it's going to be fun to do those things on our own and branch together on the Zcast. Yeah.
Yep.
think that's pretty much it. I think we can end it off here.
Yeah, I think this was an interesting first episode to come back to, and also the topics that we had. And I want to thank you, Joe, for taking your time, for helping me out and revamping this. Because, let's be fair, we talked about this like last week, and then I was like, okay, let's do it next Monday. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure.
Yep. If you buy 3 Zcast House movies, you can get Joe's Meatballs. What?
Huh?
Yeah, Joe's a host. He doesn't even know. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, sometimes hosts surprise other hosts, all right? In a marriage, sometimes people gift each other things that you don't know about, all right? That's cool. I honestly didn't think Flamer... I was thinking this. I didn't think Flamer... I was going to talk to him about it first. I didn't think Flamer was going to be that step ahead. Flamer was already 1 step ahead, which I like. I like the aggressiveness. That's awesome. And I agree.
Always on that
Great
grind,
discussions,
right?
Great stuff. Now, I've repeated that phrase a lot of times. Great discussion, great stuff. We're now going to end it here. At least I'm going to end my stream off here. I appreciate each and every single one of you for watching, at least on the Meatball Army side, and anyone on Flamer stream as well. I appreciate you. Flamer is also streaming this every Monday over on YouTube at his channel, Inazuma Flamer. I would try to get
YouTube.com/ActiveFlamer99.
What?
YouTube.com/ActiveFlamer99.
There you go. And I'll try to get a link for his channel this way. You guys can watch it over there if you want to as well. If you think I'm an asshole, that's fine. Flamer's not. You can watch it on his channel. And yeah.
Less
That's
ads.
it, guys. I gotta sort that out. But
if you guys want to check out JOEMET, his link is in the description below. And any closing words you want to say, Joe?
All I gotta say is take care of your meatballs, my friends. All right. Peace out.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And it's your boy Inazuma Flamer signing off. Have a great night.